Hey everyone, we are back with the final wrap-up of Mammoth Trailfest weekend. Awesomeness all around. We're going to start you guys off with a 23 recap, then we'll dive into the podium finishers, and then an overall weekend recap. I'm Danny Moreno.
And I'm MK Sullivan. Here for the last time. I've been up here for hours this weekend.
If you guys don't know who MK is at this point, go back and rewatch everything because it's well worth it. I heard from somebody on the gondola that they think you're hilarious.
Wow, thank you guys. Sometimes my husband tells me that too, but not often. So
not often enough. Tommy Sullivan, tell your wife that she's hilarious.
No, I'm just kidding. He's nice.
They said they liked your tangents to being pregnant.
Oh, good, because I am very pregnant. Yeah, we're at like 9 months now, so it was fun to come out here because I can't run right now. Obviously, I'm not racing, so I just got to be a fan all weekend, which I'm into. I'm running on vibes. I think tomorrow I'm going to be very tired.
The vibes will have worn out.
Yes.
But yeah, regardless, go check out Mountain Outpost. There we have all of the recaps, all of the live streams. The 50K live stream did continue yesterday, so if you have a loved one that finished after that roughly 7-hour mark, there is a part 2 to that. But yeah, we're here for the 26K, sorry, it gets a little confusing with these Ks. Recap today, and MK was here live streaming, so I'll let you do the brief overview to start.
Yeah, so I mean the women's race today was hotly contested. They all went out relatively close to each other, at least the top 3 for a bit, and they stayed pretty close to each other basically all the way through the summit. Erin Moyer took the Dragon's Back ascent as her time to shine, getting to the top first. Caroline was not that far behind her, and Eleni was, I think, maybe only 2 or 3 minutes behind them. They continued into the downhill, running together all the way through McCoy. We saw a crazy move by Caroline coming out of that McCoy aid station. It was very decisive, and she ended up taking the win at the end of the day in 2:25. You have the results here, so...
Yeah, it was shoot, just kidding.
We'll get those back up, but...
2:25.59, just
2:25.59. Erin Moyer in second and Eleni in third. And then on the men's side, Andy Wacker took the pace out hot, which we expected, never looked back, led wire to wire, made Dragon's Back look absolutely easy. Grant Colligan, I believe Grant was in second most of the day. My brain is starting to get a little tired, so I apologize to you guys. And then we had Josh Ernst in third. That race was pretty much the same the whole day, but those men were running very fast. Andy Wacker running the 5th fastest time on this course, PRing from his own performance a couple years ago by 8 minutes.
Wow.
So...
yeah, that is absolutely incredible considering that the last 2 years have been part of the Golden Trail World Series. So to be putting up a time like that pretty much solo all day. I know he signed up for the USATF Trail Half Marathon Championships in Moab early November. So I think he is the favorite right now going into that with a time like that. Yeah. And I will say being on the summit was an absolute blast. Like MK said, the men were spread out and they kind of stayed in their spots. But that race for the top 5 women, I was losing my mind.
Crazy.
It was absolutely insane because even Alexandra Shiketti, who had podiumed in the ascent, she made a move at some point into the podium and then moved back into 4th place. And then Pema Franchi, who you guys may know pretty well at this point, 12-year-old, held on for 5th place after getting 2nd place in the ascent. So the women's depth was deep this entire weekend, and it ended up with this great celebration here.
Yeah, and if you guys were listening on the live stream, even that 6th through 12th on the women's side, they all came through, I think it was McCoy, within like 45 seconds of each other. So yeah, it was a pretty crazy day. We love to see deep women's fields. It's been a good weekend for that.
It's been a freaking good weekend. But before we go into the overall recap and touch a little upon everything, we are blessed to have the women's podium here today. So we'll have a chance to interview them first, and then we'll jump into the men's podium of the 26K. So let's chat with them. All right, ladies, welcome. First off, how are you all feeling post-race? I see some blood, I see some sweat, some potential attire changes. So, Eleni, let's start with you first.
I'm feeling pretty great. I had a lot of fun out there with some lovely ladies to compete against. I did take a little bit of a spill going down one of the like steep sandy downhills with about 4 miles to go. I kind of just like slid and rolled, jumped back up. I was like, I'm not going to look at it because if I look, then I'm going to freak out. And then I get to the finish line and everyone's like, what happened? And I look and I'm like, wow. Like, so I got a nice permanently stained shorts here. Might have to wear these in all my future races now. But it was still a lot of fun out there.
That's awesome.
How about you, Caroline? How are you feeling?
Overall winner today.
Overall winner today.
Oh, I'm pooped. I'm so pooped. I feel like my lungs and all my blood vessels are like still trying to open back up. We're working on taking a deep breath again, but my goose is cooked. That was a tough race.
Something about racing at above 8,000 feet will do that to you.
Yeah, I'm a sea level girly. I felt every bit of those sea legs. So, yeah.
And we have Erin Moyer as well, our second place finisher. How are you feeling?
I'm happy to be sitting down right now, not running up a mountain. It was just so much fun out there. There were people from back home all over the course, so they're making me smile the whole way. And even when I had low moments, it was just happy. I was happy to see them out there cheering. Tommy was out there, and yeah.
That's awesome. So, Eleni and Caroline, you guys raced each other like a month ago at this point at the USATF 50K Championships, and you're back here again racing. Are you guys just going to sign up for all the same races now, or?
No, it's kind of a vibe. I'm like, I see the glitter and the purple, and I'm like, kind of excited.
Oh, I'm comfortable here.
Yeah.
Big Bear, are you?
I was thinking about it, but I don't. No, I'm not.
I think that's what I'm planning to do next. So maybe if she'd come, I'd love to race with her again. It's always super fun. That was actually my first 50K. Pretty new to trail racing. I ran track and cross country in college. Just graduated. Ended up doing a local SoCal trail race.
Where she took my course record.
I was so excited when I saw you at the top in the dinosaur suit. I was like, no way, like the legend herself is cheering for me in a dinosaur suit. Like I was like, I gotta keep running. Like I gotta catch the 12-year-old. Like, she was incredible up the ascent. So that was just, I think I was just trying to hold on to her. I think she like walked me down going up Dragon's Back. So that was pretty impressive. But very hard, but a lot of fun for sure.
That's awesome. Going along this vein of the Headlands 50K was the USATF 50K Trail Championships this year. How did that course compare to this one, and what were some of your favorite aspects of today's course? Because those to me are very different.
Yeah, no, they're very different. Like it was along the coastline, like just outside of the Bay Area. It was super like misty and cloudy and kind of moody and like varying terrain and everything. Not that today wasn't, but it is, it's like a different type of style of racing. Where like a 20, sea level too, which is like 26K at 8,000 feet is such a different like shock to the legs than like a sea level 50K. But you're kind of grinding through it with like everything that's changing throughout the course. So I feel like it's a different mindset too. But there was also like a last minute course change because like a car fell onto the course. So like we kind of had to pivot really fast and
during the race.
No, it was like 20 minutes before like the leaders showed up. They had to like reroute us and stuff and
we ended up having to go like the steep way up the like, erosion barriers instead of like a more gradual way around. So I was just like barely trudging up trying to survive.
Yeah, no, I made a wrong turn and then we encountered each other right where the turnoff was.
Each other for a little bit. And I was like, they're not that far ahead. Go get it.
I was like, keep it up. It was a nice.
Yeah, it was cool.
We could do this.
I think both of us ended up catching the two women in front of us.
Yeah.
So that was cool.
Yeah, it was a good like work together kind of
Cool.
moment.
I love that.
Erin, you've been on a bit of a 50K campaign this year. This is kind of your first like full trail season as well. You've kind of, dabbled in it a bit, but this year you were third at the Big Alta 50K, top 10 at Broken Arrow 46K, seventh, and top 10 at Speed Goat as well, right?
You have a great memory.
Well, it does help that we're friends. I do know you. So, but this is your shortest trail race. So tell us a little bit about why you signed up for the shorter version of the weekend and how it compares to those like 50K distances.
It was my shortest distance trail race, and I was a little terrified because I knew these guys were going to take it out really fast, and they did. And it hurt me a little bit at the beginning, but I was like just trying to stay calm. I knew when we got to the climbing, that's more my forte. And then I had to remind myself the whole way, like, this is going to be done really fast. You need to go now. Don't wait for it to get painful. Make it painful. And it was nice, though, to be done so soon.
2.5 hours.
Yeah, it was like 2.5 hours. This is great. But it was the same amount of pain, just concentrated into a shorter distance. But I like them. I think this was a confidence boost that I can handle the short distance. But I tried it because I have a 100K coming up in 2 weeks, and I didn't want to tackle a 50 right before that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that definitely makes sense. And just to get another quote, maybe that should be thrown on a T-shirt. Don't wait for it to be painful. Make it painful.
Make it painful.
That's like the most trail runner mindset I've ever heard. Yeah, make it painful as soon as possible. Yeah,
because it's so easy to get comfortable out there and just
taking the views.
Yep.
Yeah. No, that's awesome. What I am curious too, it's really cool, just like this entire weekend, there's a bunch of SoCal crushers here.
Yeah.
And thinking of you two right now, Eleni, you ran Mount Baldy Run to the Top, which Clara had also run, and she won the 50K. So I really love your guys' contingent that keeps racing each other and pushing each other. What is it like being part of, we'll just say, like the overall SoCal trail running community? Because I grew up in LA, and then I ended up in Santa Barbara, but I've loved seeing that community. Just tell me from your perspective how that's been going.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm very new to the community. My first race I did was Red Rock Rumble in, I think, June. I just saw it online, and I was like, oh, there's a $500 prize money. I'm like, I'm going to run this. It was one of the hardest things I've ever done. I was out of shape too, and it was only a 10K. But it was really hard, but I loved it. And the SoCal Trail community, I think, is just unmatched. They're all so supportive. I think even within the races, we all support each other. I got so many texts from SoCal Trail friends that I've just met in the past few weeks, wishing me luck today. So I think that is one of the biggest things that drew me to the sport. And yeah, Clara did awesome yesterday. That was really cool to see. I actually kind of slept in a little late yesterday. I opened the live stream. I saw that she was in first, and I didn't even know that she was racing. So I ran out to the course, and I ran the last 2 miles in reverse to go cheer for her. And also I was like, I need to see the last 2 miles anyways. So just in case I get lost. But it was really fun to cheer for her. Such a great supportive community. My family too. My mom is here. Her good friend Teresa, who's so kind to let me stay with her up here in Mammoth.
Shout out Teresa.
Shout out Teresa. And shout out Max DeBrouwer for helping me get water at the aid station. He mountain biked up here. So they all kind of helped crew me a little bit today, which was really special too.
The unsung heroes getting a song. I love that. Do you want to?
Well, I was going to say, I was going to pivot a little bit. We saw an incredible move made on the way out of the McCoy aid station to kind of shake up the race. Aaron and, oh my gosh, you guys, I'm so sorry, my brain. And Caroline came into the aid station. You guys were right together. I think Caroline was maybe 40 seconds back. You made a hard move to catch up to Aaron, and Katie and I were on the live stream, and we were like, is she just making the move to catch up? What's going on? But then you made a hard effort to gap Aaron at that point. Was that kind of always your plan, to make a move on the downhill, or did it just feel right?
It felt right. There was no prior plan for that. I feel like my coach and I have talked a lot about just running your own race kind of thing, and flirting a lot with the red line for as kind of long as possible, and not getting too carried away. And by the time I kind of looked back up, I was like, oh, we're right here. This is happening. Okay. I didn't realize. So we just kind of kept it going, and I feel like it sounds like it looked more aggressive than it felt. But it
did look aggressive, yeah.
Which means it looks sick.
Yeah, the reels are going to be good.
Flirting with the red line's a good quote.
I know, we got Pain Lover over here flirting with the red line.
But yeah, no, I wasn't. I knew the downhill was coming. I honestly I thought I might feel some relief right after the top of the ascent. like you don't. You just still can't breathe. So just like trying to spin the legs as much as possible, and then like kind of see where that puts you in the grand scheme of things, like running as hard as you can in your own little bubble.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, looking at your results, you are a fast trail runner, just looking at the different courses you've taken on. So I'm excited to see what you end up eyeing in the future. And I think just growing those instincts as a racer is so important, and just cataloging and remembering, being like, I didn't have that in the plan, but as soon as I saw that move, I took it and it worked out, which is great. Sometimes it won't, which is also really cool. And you like learn what those new red lines are. But today you flirted with the right red line and it worked out.
Yeah, no, it played out well.
Nice. Well, ladies, it is just so freaking cool. All the podiums this weekend, just like I think what's really cool about women in the trail running space right now is like this display of like both graceful femininity and then this like level of intensity. And I think it's really cool for young girls to hear you guys talking about the sport in this way. So thank you for just like your articulation. And last but not least, yes?
You want to do this?
Oh, yeah. We have some stickers. So we are part of the SubHub podcast. I'm sorry.
We are the
It's
SubHub
for-
podcast. We're not part of it. We are the SubHub podcast.
So Caroline, this is for you today. It's a collab between us and Wild Strides. Really repping the short distance. If you want to show the camera,
Yeah, we've
right
got
there.
less than 26.2 and sub ultra baddie. So go check out our new sticker. We also have a sticker pack, a QOM and a KOM. We're very excited about them. They're very cute because, yeah, if you guys listen to the SubHub podcast, you know that Danny and I are very, very much into sub ultra racing. We are trying to grow it and support it as much as possible. And this is
and
a
what's
great
the code?
example.
What is the code?
Oh, and we have a code of SubHub15 if you want 15% off of the sticker packs. So
Yeah, which is awesome.
congrats, you guys. Thanks for coming in and hanging with us today.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah. All right. Next up, we have the men's podium who will be moving in here. Thank you, ladies.
All right, so yeah, just a reminder, we had Andy Wacker in first place, Grant Colligan in second place, and Josh Ernst in third, and we are lucky enough to have all three of them here with us today. Andy Wacker having run the 5th fastest time on this course, and a huge PR. Wire-to-wire day, super impressive. Welcome, guys.
Welcome.
Welcome
to
welcome.
Mountain Outpost.
/ SubHub podcast. First and foremost, same as the first question to the ladies, how are all of you doing mentally, physically, spiritually, maybe?
And give us your names for the YouTubers that don't know you.
I'm Joshua Ernst, and I'm feeling good that I finished. So the day went well. I worked as hard as I could to the top, and then from there just survived to the finish line.
We love to hear that.
Awesome. Yeah, feeling a lot better now. This is a great course because it's, I love it when people call a course maybe like this one like easier or something because it's every step is runnable. But yeah, I remember pretty distinctly having like 10K to go downhill, and I'm like, oh, it's all downhill, but I'm like crying at the same time. So it's pretty, pretty tough course, and glad that it's over.
Hi, I'm Grant Colligan. Feeling all right. I think the altitude got me a little more than I thought. I'm from Colorado, so like 6,000 feet, and coming off the top, my like fingers got a little tingly and lips kind of hurt a little bit, and that's a new one for me. But was trying to chase down Andy, and I think I held the gap to a reasonable gap. Yeah.
It's funny to hear you say that because I live at about 6,000 feet as well, and literally every time I come up here to train or race, I'm like, how is the difference of 2,000 feet, starting at 8,000 so hard? Mm-hmm. Like, it doesn't feel like it should be, but that's a big jump. So, and then obviously you get up to 11,000 feet, and that just changes it completely.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I live here and I still feel like that. Joshua, going to you first. What were your goals for today? I mean, you landed on this podium, which is incredible. So I'm just curious, like, where your mind was coming into the race.
Yeah, I guess going for the podium was definitely a goal of mine. So just went out, and obviously Grant and Andy took it out way fast. So from the beginning, I could just sort of like pace myself. I was like, okay, I guess I'm doing a full effort for myself. And so from there, I just stuck to it. Didn't see anybody. just by
Well,
myself.
All three of you ran Dragon's Back as well, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, so that's really cool.
That is really cool. Yeah, did any of you feel that in your legs when you were climbing up Dragon's Back today? Like, did today's climb feel any easier because of having that recent hard effort up it? You can start with Josh.
Yeah, I guess for me, Dragon's Back wasn't the perfect race for me, so it was really good to have a second chance at it. I'm curious what my time was to compare the two, but it was a lot nicer that it wasn't raining and windy.
Yeah.
So
For sure. Katie was reading at the finish line, Grant, that your race plan was to let Andy go out hard and then catch him in the end.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about how that went.
Well, I didn't catch him. It was, yeah, I've been racing Andy kind of all summer. And so
Fun.
the only time kind of all summer that I've been able to even get close is like really technical uphill. And this course kind of doesn't really have that. So it was running the whole time. He says I took it out hard at the very beginning, but it's just for the photos. And then he took off, and it was like, yeah, just a chase and see if I could make sure I could still see him the whole way up. But yeah, it didn't work out.
And what about you, Andy?
Yeah. Grant is being humble here. Like we just raced in Slovenia, and I think we were back-to-back places both times. And that was for the World Cup final, which is like a really competitive race. And so Grant's been on my heels, and I think Broken Arrow was pretty close. So it's been a lot of races we've been like neck and neck. And yeah, he is also not being truthful about how fast we went out, because I think in previous years with literally the world's best on this course, it was like a 6-minute mile, and I just looked at my splits and we went 5:45 and 5:35 on the uphill on the road. And I was like, no wonder that hurt.
Oh my God.
I just can't fathom running that fast up that.
He was like looking at me the whole time.
He's just staring you straight into your soul,
Yeah.
just letting you know that he is taking this
Okay.
out.
And
It was like Kenny and Noah in the 100. If you guys have been watching Worlds.
Okay, we were also running, and out of nowhere, he just turns to me and he goes, "Was that Dina?" Like, not even breathing hard. And I was like, oh my gosh, he's
Big
just,
fan.
yeah, he's waiting to go. And that was only like a mile in.
Joshua, could you see this happening? Were you part of this debacle?
I saw it happening, but I was like 50 yards back. So
Yeah.
I watched them neck and neck battle each other for the first mile going straight up that road.
I love that. As far as what you guys' overall impressions of this course, because to Andy's point, yeah, you look at the profile and you're like, oh, I climb up and then it's all this downhill. But now having actually experienced it, you realize the downhill is actually a little tough. You're having to constantly like, I can't
There's
think
a
of
lot
the
of
word.
switchbacks, but there's a lot of undulation
But your
too.
feet, like your
Oh, like in the sand, you're like stabilizing. all the
like
time?
stabilizing all the time, which takes out your legs, and the fact that it's sandy, like crushing your quads in a sneaky way. So yeah, like your overall impressions it being your first time here.
Yeah, this is my first time doing the full lap, and going into it, it was all about just getting to the top as fast as possible. Having done it, though, the downhill just kept going and going. So I think next time, I might pace myself a little bit more for the downhill, just because there's so many flat and rolling sections where you have to hit top speed, and you can save a lot of time if you're feeling fresh at that point.
Yeah, for sure. So, Andy, today you PR'd on this course by 8 minutes. And I know we've talked to you a bit already about just like your incredible road campaign that you've had this year, just getting faster and faster at the age of 36. And obviously it's starting to translate on the trails a bit. Like, you know, you were saying it's been a rough year on the trails, but an 8-minute PR on a day where you lead wire to wire and you're not 10th place in a Golden Trail event, because that's what you were when you ran 206 here. Like, tell us what's going on there.
Yeah, to be fair, I took a wrong turn 2 years ago, so I ran a little bit longer. So
That's tough.
yeah, so I was probably running similar pace, but yeah, I was definitely. Let's see. I think this course is really cool because it's like you have to have a rhythm, you have to pace it well, and you have to find that edge and like ride it. And I think I did that really well, and I think that's what worked well for me today was like pacing myself correctly. And so yeah, for example, like I went over the top and I'm a pretty good downhiller, and even that first mile, like you can blow your legs pretty easy. So I think I ran like 4:57 or something, which is a great mile, but like you got a lot of miles to go, like Joshua was talking about. And I'm just proud because I think I hit the last few miles were like some of my fastest ones, and I was chasing the clock thinking about just getting the best out of myself this year and comparing for what I can do, in the past on this course and in the future.
That's awesome. Looking at your results here, Grant, it seems that I see 150K with Desert Rats, but this seems to be your sweet spot. Do you enjoy running these like really hard 2-hour efforts? Because you have the Adidas Terex 20K, roughly that's 90 minutes, but you did a very similar thing where you did the Ascent and the 23K. So I guess just like this style of race currently, and are you looking to pursue that for the next couple of years?
Yeah, I mean, I guess kind of what got me into trail running was pretty much like Andy and Joe Gray. And so.
And are you on the trail team?
Yeah,
also?
Yeah, and that's kind of the drive for me is the mountain running. Ultras are great, but they're, I don't know, it's not kind of the driving force. I love kind of being able to push the entire time, and 2 hours kind of seems that sweet spot for me, at least, where you are like kind of redlined the whole time. And yeah, that's where I've found the most success so far. And I'm hoping that I can bring that 2-hour effort kind of down to the 1-hour effort and get some more podiums for like mountain running champs, ascent champs, that kind of stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, we've talked about it a lot on the feed today, as well as in the Dragon's Back Ascent. Danny and I interviewed Andy 2.5 years ago or something at this point when you first started the trail team. And I remember you saying, I've made 17 U.S. teams. I shouldn't be making teams at this point. I got to like grow the younger generation into this sport. And you've done an incredible job, obviously. I mean,
I knocked myself out.
You knocked yourself out, yeah.
First guy out of it.
But just thinking the success of the trail team.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel bad, but I initially think of Anna Gibson, Lauren Gregory, but I know
Christian was on that first team.
Mika,
Yeah, Mika.
It's crazy. I'm sure you could spout all the names, but it's just really just so cool that, having Grant here sit literally right next to you. So yeah, just like big thank you. That's
for
incredible.
helping grow the sport.
Yeah.
It's
and it's great to hear, you say that those are your two mentors, heroes of sorts, because that's another thing MK and I really appreciate is like with these shorter distances, like focusing on them, there's so much room for improvement always. People are like, only 2 hours or sub 2 hours. It's like, that's a lot of time to make up some improvements. Yeah.
And you don't often see people just focusing on that, like, well into their careers. So it's great to see Joe Gray and Andy like still doing this because Sub Ultra's awesome.
Sub Ultra's awesome. And if you want to go long because it like fires you up, sick. But if you want to stay in this spot, also equally sick.
Or do a little bit of both.
Yeah.
Did you guys promote the 10K here? Because that was so cool. We were like,
the 10K was awesome.
we were
I think we
eating dinner.
talked about it, just like, make sure you go signed up, but it's a cool event.
People new to trails. Yeah, that was cool. Glow in the dark, sunset run. Yeah, it was fun to watch people race.
Raving in the
Absolute
forest.
party race in the forest. Yeah, for sure.
Last question. What do you guys all have next?
Next week, I have Elevation Everest. It's a 10-lap climbing race.
Oh, sick.
Oh my gosh,
it'll be
where?
fun. Winter Park.
And are you just trying to Everest on the day?
Yeah, well, it'll be half Everest for what I'm doing, but you run up and then take the gondola down. So just uphills.
Cool.
Nice. Where is that?
Winter Park.
In
Colorado.
Utah?
Oh,
Colorado. Okay.
Come on.
Sorry, California.
Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm doing because I like racing way too much. I'm doing the Boulderthon 5K next week, which is like a road 5K, but honestly, hopefully a tune-up. And then you guys mentioned Moab is coming up in 2 months maybe, but the big goal for me is trying to run a fast road marathon at the Marathon Project December 20th in Phoenix.
Nice.
So
Is this your
that's
first marathon?
It will
marathon?
be fifth.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I've run, it's funny because, I was saying this to Grant or something yesterday. It's like I've run 4, which is not many if you've been, my first one was in like 2015 or something. So for 10 years, that's not many.
Do you want to share your goal time?
Yeah,
Or
so my
goal-
PR is 217. The OTQ is under 216. So I'm trying to OTQ and
Hell
probably
yeah.
if I get in really good shape, I'll probably adjust that goal to be even faster. But OTQ for sure is the goal.
We love to hear it.
Pretty much the exact same. Gonna run Moab, and then I might jump into cross country in Portland in December, and then I'm gonna run the Houston Marathon.
In
and so,
January.
And also trying to OTQ.
Maybe this will be my first one.
So just see what happens.
Yeah, hopefully under like maybe old OTQ, but
Yeah.
And I mean, for those who are in the trail running space and big road fans as well, that's where Christian Allen ran 2:10 this year.
Yeah.
So that's a fast marathon. That's going to be really exciting.
Hopefully it's cold.
Yeah, hopefully it's cold. Yeah.
Yep.
Awesome. Well, thank you.
guys. And
Thanks.
Andy, you also get some
Yeah.
less than 26.2
Yes.
and sub ultra baddie stickers. Our Sub Hub by Wild Strides collab.
Sub 26.2K, please.
Yeah.
Oh yes, Andy doesn't even
Today.
want to run under the 26.2 miles.
Longest I go.
Love it. Awesome. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks.
Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us this week in Mammoth Lakes, California for trailfest. I can't believe it's already over. Feels like we just started.
It is already over. First off, thanks to Tim Tollefson, the mastermind behind this huge, just great festival weekend of trail running. Do you want to talk about craft?
Yeah, and Craft Sportswear, our presenting sponsor, my personal sponsor as well. It has been so fun seeing all these bright orange shoes out on the course. We even had our second place finisher in the men's 50K yesterday, just bought a pair and decided to race in them. So thank you to Craft for supporting this incredible event.
Yeah.
And
just like highlighting, I was thinking there's like three main themes. First off, we have veterans coming back.
Yep.
Absolutely raising the bar. Chad Hall breaking his own course record in the 50K. But I was also thinking of Sarah Kushner, who won the Ascent and then second in the 50K, and she had been here before,
Yep.
running much faster. And then we had some new talent with Coleman the Kraken Cragen, as well as Clara Casperd, which their names are forever on my radar now.
Yeah. And I think another theme that we should point out, because we did yesterday in the 50K recap and today, is just the women's races at these events.
So deep.
Absolutely elevating each other. We love to see it. We're here for the women's race.
Yeah. And then last but not least, we have 12-year-old Pema, but also second place men's finisher, Sam, who came in and signed up last minute. So having that international representation is so cool here. It was really cool seeing Pema on the summit today and yelling, Ale, Ale, and I'm like, she knows what I'm saying.
Yeah, we have Ecuador, we got Switzerland, we got Sweden. I'm sure there's other countries that we don't even have in our head that came out here. I think we had Florida. Does that count? I remember somebody in the chat saying Florida today.
Yeah, of the states all over.
States all over,
very well
countries
represented
all
in the U.S. But yeah, just if you haven't been out here to Mammoth Trail Fest, we hope we have convinced you by, you watching the live stream, seeing the great action that is out here. This is a great festival weekend happening here in Mammoth Lakes, California. And we just hope you guys come back and enjoy it.
Absolutely.
And last but not least, if you haven't seen already, go back and watch all those live streams. Big mega thank you to Mountain Outpost. It's because of them that you guys are able to watch your loved ones come across the finish line, this is a freaking crazy great sport.
And are we going to still have finish line cams going after this?
And it keeps going.
Yeah. Okay,
Oh,
so
no.
there will be a separate stream, or there already is going for the finish line camera. I do not know what time cutoff is today. Do you guys? 5:30? So that finish line camera will be going until 5:30. So if you are waiting to watch your loved ones finish, go back over there, watch them. It's been a great weekend. Thank you guys so much.
Yep, I'm Danny Moreno.
And I'm MK Sullivan. Oh, 5 o'clock.
5 o'clock, just kidding.
We were close, but
check out the Sub Hub podcast and go Mammoth Trail Fest.